DDG.
Thoughts and
I
prayers?
don't even know what that stands for.
What does DDG stand for? Daryl Dwayne Granberry.
Yeah, your name, Granberry?
Hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea.
Now, don't think for a second that Joseph H. Buttons Esquire did not know what he was doing when he said this about DDG. Listen up.
Who the is DDG? and why am I supposed to care about his thoughts on anything? I'm very happy that they have broken up, so I don't get to keep seeing this name attached to this girl's name when I don't know him for nothing as a standalone. And for me, it's important to know people based off their own name and merit and what they have done. Every time I see his name, it's attached to hers, and it's typically in some type of clout chaser fashion.
So DDG is clout chasing his baby mama. Even though DDG was a thing way before Halle Bailey. In case y'all didn't know that.
So that makes me look at him a different way, and hopefully I get to look at him a lot less now that they've broken.
Well, she's extremely she's high profile.
Very high profile and very talented.
And you saying her head game is trash, gonna go get their own account.
Yeah, we figured it out.
They're gonna go find out on their own, number one. And number two, if it was that trash, why you snatched that cherry so fast, my boy?
My boy, you talking about a fake tweet. So there was a tweet that came out, and it looked like it came from DDG's Instagram, where he said Halle's head game was trash. But that was a fake tweet once again. It's called research, my boy. Joe, the platform is too big for you to see a headline on social media, then come to your podcast with millions of listeners where you get paid millions of dollars and be putting out infactual information. Is infactual right? Is it unfactual? False information. Okay? Come on, Joe. Come on, bro. You got to do better than this, man. Let's continue.
I mean, if her head was as bad as you say, that cherry didn't levitate long before you got in action, DDG.
Thoughts and
I
prayers?
don't even know what that stands for.
What does DDG stand for? Daryl Dwayne Granberry.
Yeah, your name, Granberry? You know what my thing is with these that's on the rise and they want to go get with the chick with some notoriety that's also on the rise? So
I'm glad he said that. The chick with notoriety who's also on the rise. I love Halle. She's an incredible talent. And both of them are very successful, both multimillionaires. If you ask them whether or not they were satisfied with their music careers, they would both say no. Are they both signed? Yes. But I think they both want to be more successful in music, and I don't think either of them is more successful in that arena than the other. Halle got that Little Mermaid role because she can sing. And she's a pretty girl, but it's not because she's the biggest music artist of all time. And DDG didn't get with, and I'm not trying to put down his baby mama. I'm not trying to lower somebody to uplift another one. That's not what I'm trying to do. But it's not like DDG when it had a baby with Nicki Minaj or Rihanna. So this clout chasing thing, I think y'all are only saying that because Halle is a media darling and people seem to like her. But that's the thing about both of them. People like them as content creators or influencers, but do they necessarily like their music? That's the same thing with Megan Thee Stallion. people care about Megan when it comes to Tory, and they like to see her, you know, on social media, but that doesn't translate to her album sales. And so going back to Halle, oh, y'all love seeing her on the Shade Room, but that doesn't mean that DDG was able to get with her and get all of this clout from her just because she has 3 more million Instagram followers than him. She got 9 and he got 6, and he been on before we was even really talking about her. I'm just keeping it real.
By the way,
Whenever that relationship fails, I never see them bounce back with something that's going to get Shorty upset. I normally never hear from them again in the dating realm. I don't think I'm going to ever hear about DDG and his next chick.
I'm on.
well, his
I
chick
think that's
before
same
her,
thing.
you know who she is.
I don't.
Who?
Ruby. I'll talk your DDG.
Who's the chick before her? I'm afraid that we view that differently.
And there was a whole lot going on with her where she was doing clout chasey to their relationship.
Well, Ruby is a hustler, and
Oh, now you copping please for Ruby because she was on the show.
a business owner.
A business owner? What business do she got? Pussy?
Who was the young lady before her?
And look, you see now, since the person he dated before Halle was Ruby Rose, and he can't say shit about Ruby Rose, now he talking about, well, who was the chick before her? Damn, nigga, you want that nigga entire hit list? Like, you trying to prove a point that wasn't there. Joe, you airball. And who was the girl before that? And who was the girl before that? Joe, you my mans. You 50 years old, bro. There's a whole segment of content creators and celebrities you don't know shit about. You don't know shit about Halle Bailey. But the fact that she was in a fucking Little Mermaid. DDG has always been able to pull some baddies. I'll say it again like Dr. Umar. DDG has always been able to pull some bad chocolate Nubian queens. Now, do people give him this reputation for messing with different girls? Do people try to say he was embarrassing Halle and all that other stuff? I leave that up to the females in the Shade Room and shit like that. But nobody can say DDG has ever messed with some unknown trash scallywag girl. Sorry, Joe. You got that wrong, bro. Gotta put an X right there. You know, you like, but I'm gonna tell y'all. This week, Joe was spitballing topics, trying to see if he could get a response out of somebody. He said some shit about Stefan Diggs and Offset, but Offset didn't bite the bait. But guess who did bite the bait? DDG. But let's finish this up. We'll get to DDG's response. He said a few more things.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's what troubles me. That's what troubles me. Good luck, DDG. This will be your first and last time being mentioned on this broadcast for the rest of eternity.
That's cap, because he gonna talk about this on Wednesday. Guaranteed. All right? So DDG responded, and he started off by saying, I don't be tripping about girls saying shit because I'm used to it. It's all love. But you dudes with platforms gonna get a response for sure. So he said, bro, you got 30 years max of life left. And speaking on a relationship of people the same age as your son, I hope you forget to take your magnesium pills today, you old bitch, at Joseph Buttons. He also said, Pump It Up went gold after 20 years, you old bitch, at Joe Budden. I'm on you. He went and did a little Google search on Joe, found out that he was 44 years old. Joe is younger than Kanye West, by the way, just in case y'all didn't know that. But look, Joe was poking the bear. I feel like DDG is well within his right to respond, okay? And once again, all Joe had to do was do a little research. I think a lot of his comments was because he thought he was gonna come into the podcast and put his cape on for Halle Haley. I'm fucking up her name like Kamala Harris. He thought he was gonna put his cape on for Halle and defend her over this fake ass tweet, and the tweet wasn't real. DDG said nothing about his baby mama's head game. And now Joe is left looking doofy, as he likes to say, in front of the world. But don't get it twisted. You know, people like Joe, some people really don't care. And look, unfortunately for DDG, it's a lot of people who are glad that he broke up with Halle. So I don't think they're going to say anything. So today I got to come in and defend my fellow Michigander. Okay. And look, did I think DDG posting on Instagram about his breakup with Halle was corny? 1000%. Okay. As a matter of fact, we did a poll. We created a poll on the channel that said, do you care about Halle and DDG breaking up? And with 72% of the vote, y'all said not at all. And some of y'all was in my comment section talking about who? So look, I'm not the biggest fan of DDG. I'm not invested in everything that has to do with him or his baby mama. Although I do prefer Halle over Chloe, but that's a whole nother conversation. But still, I thought it was important for me to get on my platform and speak out against somebody who y'all know I rock with. I fuck with Joe, but Joe, you were wrong. And I know you are trying to start up some controversy this week on the pod. It's been a slow news week. Maybe you trying to get people to stop talking about Melissa Ford stealing other podcast names. Okay? But if you're gonna start up some mess and some drama, Joey, it should at least be on a topic or something that's factual. And that tweet was not factual. You coming in trying to defend this woman for no damn reason. And her head game is probably not trash at all. And why are you worried about it, Joe? What did he say about Drake? You too old to be talking to these, you 30-something talking to 20-year-olds. Joe, you're too old to be talking about some young 20-year-old's head game, brother. I said something else, but I cut that part out. I gotta chill out, okay? It's Sunday. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Enjoy y'all football Sunday. Let me know what y'all think about this. Like the video and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Peace.